Now, turning 50 was fun for me because for about 20 years, I've been wanting to say,
I like to kick, stretch, and kick. I'm 50. 50 years old.
and now I can.
Skip to my Lou, my darling.
Hi guys, it's Lou. So I celebrated my 50th birthday week before last, and I am here today to report how that feels. I don't feel anything. I have to say it was kind of weird to go to sleep in my 40s and wake up in my 50s, but that's just numbers. Since your 50th birthday is supposed to be a pretty big one, after all, it is half a century, I thought that we would do an entire video on 50-ish. Over the years, I have gotten a lot of comments here on YouTube that I look good for my age. And I don't know, well, I know it's supposed to be a compliment, but what I don't know is what I'm supposed to look like at 50. What does a 50-year-old woman look like? I remember when I was young, my mother used to get that compliment, you look great for your age. And she would get so mad and she'd say in her thick accent, why can't I just look good, period? And what exactly does good mean? Does that mean you look young for your age? You look good as in less haggard for 50? I don't know. So today we are going to look into what 50 looks like or is supposed to look like. Now first I'm going to touch on what 50 looked like, say 20, 30 years ago and what 50 looks like now. I've actually seen a lot of posts lately on that very subject. The comparison was one of the Golden Girls at 50 and then J-Lo. Those are two very different 50s. Let's see if we can find that. And I'm just gonna type in what 50 looks like. I'll tell you what 50 looks like from my point of view. It's very blurry. The first article that comes up is from AARP. And actually, let's take a little peek at that. Lisa Washington is 51. She looks fantastic, no matter what her age is. Bonnie Salvo is 53. She looks great. I wouldn't have guessed her age as anything above or below that. Danny, we're not concerned with because he's a man. Or Morgan. Darlene is 57. We're getting into the older 50s, so there we go. Stella. Wait a second. This is the same picture. Okay, so they've used the same picture for Darlene at 57 as they did for Stella at 50. So we're going to exit out of AARP because they're cheaters. So 50 then and now, they're showing Mr. Howell from Gilligan's Island, one of my absolute favorite shows when I was young, as compared to George Clooney. And it is hard to believe that those two people are the same age. And actually, George Clooney is 2 years older than Jim Backus, who played Mr. Howell. Here's what 50-year-old women look like in different, light, maybe? Countries. I was hoping it was light because we could discuss what my lights do for me, but let's find that meme. M-E-M-E. Meme. Here we go. Jennifer Lopez and Golden Girls meme. Well, they're showing, is it Blanche? Was that her name? It is Blanche. Rue McClanahan. And in this picture, it's not fair because they're showing J-Lo now and her now. And there's a 20-year difference, but the picture of them both at 50, of course, you've got Rue wearing something very formal with her hair all coiffed, and J-Lo is on a pole, so of course that's going to look different. 101 50th birthday memes to make turning the big 50 the best. Let's see it. Let's see it. Number one has people who are probably in their late 70s to 80s saying happy 50th birthday. I think when someone says that number or that age, they really do think of much older people. If you are not 50, you are 18 with 32 years experience. That's how I feel. I feel like I'm still 18. I just know more than I did back then. And my body hurts more. And I can't see. These are dumb. I'm gonna go elsewhere. I don't know, it's been said before, but just like we were talking about George Clooney, men get better looking. I know that my husband, we met when we were 27 and 28. We are now 50 and almost 51. I think he got better looking. And I got different looking. Oh, women turning 50, the good, the bad, and the ugly. There's a little bit of each of those in turning 50. Okay, so I'm looking at these pictures of normal everyday women, and I say normal because The celebrity 50-year-old, I almost feel like you can't count that because, first of all, the pictures we see of them, pretty much like any picture you're going to see on, say, Instagram or whatever, they are going to be the 1 out of 100 shots that were taken or photoshopped or the like. And they have access to bodybuilding coaches, nutritionists, and chefs, plastic surgeons and injectors, stylists, and so on, which, you know, we could all have if we had the money. But that's part of celebrities' jobs. They need to look their best, and apparently best means younger. So here's a bunch of regular 50-year-olds. Now let's pull up celebrity 50-year-olds. So already I'm thinking Jennifer Lopez, Jennifer Aniston, Sandra Bullock, Courtney Cox, Lisa Kudrow, Madonna. Madonna's in her 60s and she's still going. Well, she's trying to still go. You know who I'm going to look up that is, I think, pretty much exactly my age is Tonya Harding. Tonya Harding. All right, photos of that girl. 1970 she was born. Let's have a look at her now. There she is. She looks 50. She is 50. Well, actually, not till November, so she's younger than I am. Anyway, I don't know that through the internet I found an answer to what 50 looks like, but I think everyone looks different. If you're 50, you look 50. I don't know if people have some sort of scale of what, here's 50, here's you look older than 50, here's you look younger than 50. Why should it be surprising to look anywhere, 10 years before, 10 years after? I think for the actual person, it's how old you feel. And if you look good for 50, that just means that you've taken care of yourself. Or if you look bad for 50, perhaps you had a more challenging life. Therefore, it shows on the outside. There really is no staple 50-year-old. This is how you look. And if we're all going to compare ourselves to Jennifer Lopez or Jennifer Aniston, we're going to be sorely disappointed. Partly because it's unrealistic. Some people have great genes. It's hereditary. And then there's some people that just work really hard at looking their best. Now, looking at what 50 looked like about 30 years ago as compared to now, what exactly are we to expect 30 years from now? It's like Benjamin Button. 50-year-olds are going to look 25. I don't know. I do know, though, that you can't change the age you are. You can change the way you look, but I kind of just depend on the way I feel. Do we need to do a video on what 50 feels like? Because I'll do it. It hurts. All right, so I don't know if this video went anywhere, but tell me what you guys think. What is your opinion on women that look good for their age? Does she look good, period, or did you have to factor in her age in order to determine that she looks good? Does that make sense at all? Do you think it's the fact that the woman is 50 that makes her look good, or the fact that she does not look 50? Another question, I don't know if it makes sense, but put it down in the comments below. Let us all know your thoughts. But for now, that's it for this video on what 50 looks like. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. Probably not. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you aren't already subscribed but would like to be, please hit that button down below and you'll see me very soon with more videos. Bye, guys.